Hello my friends, in today's video we will take a look at some of my favorite camera accessories that I use and recommend in 2021. This list is mainly intended for hybrid users, which means that these accessories will be related to both photography and video. I mostly use these accessories with Sony and Fujifilm mirrorless cameras, but a lot of them can also be used with consumer cameras, action cameras, or even smartphones. Let's start with the tripods. My main tripod is still iFootage TC5. The reason why I chose this version is that it is the largest tripod that I would consider for traveling, and at the same time it is the smallest fully featured heavy-duty tripod for professional use. It is a carbon fiber version with 4-section legs and a central column. It weighs 1.94 kilograms and it supports up to 6 kilograms of payload. All of the hardware is very pleasant to use. Especially the leg locks have very nice action. The only exception is this older version ball head lock, which may be a bit difficult to unscrew if you tighten it too much. iFootage has replaced it with lever on the new units, so it won't be a problem anymore. I have also switched from ball heads to fluid head for both stills and video shooting. I just find them to be much easier to work with. I use this Komodo K5 fluid head most of the time. It is very light, but it is more than sufficient for any mirrorless camera. If I need to do some panning, I use good old Manfrotto MH502AH, which is probably the most popular fluid head with adjustable resistance. My favorite small travel tripod is Manfrotto B3 Advanced. This is the all-black Nerissimo edition, but you can get different color schemes. This is aluminum version, but you can also get it in carbon fiber. It weighs 1.49 kilograms, it is 40 centimeters long when collapsed, and the maximal height is 150 centimeters. It is sufficient for setups up to 8 kilograms. It is very solid and very easy to work with. I still use it with 494 ball head because this one is really good. I converted it from PL200 plates to Arca Swiss using a kit linked in the description. Now I can also finally say that I was able to get rid of all other standards and I only use Arca for mounting everything. I will talk about that later in the video. Regarding the filters, I have started to use UV filters on almost all of my lenses. I avoided doing so for years, but there are 3 reasons why I changed my opinion. The first one is that with the UV filter attached, I can be a lot less careful simply because they will take the beating instead of the front element. The second reason is that they improve the weather sealing. This is especially important with my Sigma 24-70mm f2.8, which may collect a lot of dust underneath the front element. It is basically a perfect standard zoom otherwise, so fixing it by using a filter is fine by me. The third reason is the magnetic system available with these freewall filters. With this system, you can attach a filter simply by placing it onto the lens. You can do the same with the magnetic lens cap, which is also super convenient to use. Besides the UV filters, I also use freewall variable ND filters. The review of these will also be linked in the description. I currently use 3 backpacks: PGY Tech OneMo Peak Design Everyday Backpack in 20-liter version and Peak Design Everyday Backpack Zip in 15-liter version. PGY Tech OneMo is 25-liter backpack with modular configuration. In comparison to Peak Design backpacks, the space inside of OneMo is much more usable, but the access is a bit more difficult. A huge advantage of the OneMo is perfect position for mounting a tripod on the top of the backpack. This is in my opinion the best solution for carrying a tripod. All compartments are still accessible with the tripod attached, and as far as I understand, it is the best place in terms of ergonomy. It also has a compartment suitable for carrying a gimbal in the front part. Overall, if you need to carry a tripod and gimbal, PGY Tech OneMo is the most suitable backpack out there. 15-liter everyday backpack zip by Peak Design is an ideal day pack for me. It still has the side access like the larger everyday backpacks, but the difference is that the zippers go all the way around. The access is still just as easy though. The build quality is again top notch. This is the new midnight blue color, which is my favorite. 20-liter everyday backpack is kind of a middle option for me. I use it when I need a little bit more space or just prefer easy access for a particular setup. This is version 1, which is fine in my opinion. It is still as good as new after 3 years of use because the materials and the build quality on these is great. Regarding the camera straps, I currently use Peak Design Slide Lite and the leash. I have talked about these in the past, so here I will just say that these are very high quality straps with adjustable length and ultra convenient anchor system. These anchors allow you to quickly attach and detach the strap without fiddling with those annoying triangles. The two versions that I use the most are the Slide Lite in ash color and the original leash. Another great option is to buy the Peak Design anchor links and use those to convert your favorite non-Peak Design strap. For example, this is my favorite Panasonic leather strap that came with the GX9 back when I bought it. With these Peak Design anchor points and anchor links, I can attach and detach it just like a Peak Design strap. Regarding the chargers and cables, I like to use these Nightcore chargers for Sony batteries. These are very well designed and fully featured chargers with advanced charging control and monitoring. If you are using them in your office, they don't really have any downsides. I don't use them that much for traveling because of the size and micro USB connector. This version for Fujifilm X-T4 batteries is much smaller and it has USB-C input, so that one is also great for traveling. I currently use these USB-C cables from Baseus. These are rated for 100 watts, they have very flexible braided cable and very nice dark connectors. These are by far the best USB-C cables that I've used so far. The wall adapters that I use are these Baseus 65W GAN chargers and this 36W dual USB-C charger for my iPhone and iPad. An interesting item that I use a lot is this PGY Tech card holder. This one is fully leather and it looks and feels very premium. You can use it to store 4 SD cards and 4 micro SD cards. I like to use one SD card position for included flat micro screwdriver and one micro SD card position for SIM card removal tool, which is also included. Overall, this is a very nice accessory and a stylish way to carry your SD cards. Regarding the gimbals, I currently use DJI RS2 90% of the time. It is by far the best gimbal that I've ever tested. It performs great, it is extremely well built, it has great controls including the color touchscreen, and it has a ton of smart solutions. Besides that, it also has a detachable handle, which makes it even more portable than the Weebill S. My only complaint about the RS2 is that the original mounting base only works with specific Arca plates. That can be completely fixed by this mounting plate from SmallRig. This one works with any Arca plate, including my favorite Peak Design standard plates. It even has a safety pin which works with standard plates. I will make a long-term review of DJI RS2 soon, including this 3D printed 4th axis stabilizer. The other gimbal that I occasionally use for compact cameras is Feutech G6 Max, which is suitable for cameras up to 1.2 kilograms. I think that this is the best gimbal in this class. Other gimbals that I still recommend are Zion Weebill S, Crane 3S, Moza Air 2, and Moza Aircross 2. Regarding the monitors and recorders, I currently use 2 of them. The first one is obviously Atomos Ninja V. This is by far the most important product in the ongoing cine mirrorless revolution. If you own A7S III or S1H and you want that ProRes RAW video, you need Ninja V. It is a great display and a great recorder. It can record video up to 6K in RAW and basically anything that can get through HDMI 2.0. It also has an excellent 5.2-inch display with 427 pixels per inch. The user interface is relatively user-friendly, which is enough to make it the best user interface on any camera monitor. The other monitor that I use is Filworld LUT 7. This is a 7-inch monitor with a very decent Full HD panel and touch controls, which is a big upgrade over older monitors. This is generally the best budget monitor that I've ever tested. I have made a full review, which will be linked in the description. My lighting setup is still very simple. All of these shots that you see on this channel are lit by Falcon Eyes RX18TD flexible light bounced from a ceiling. It is more than bright enough for my purposes. You can set the color temperature from 2700K to 5600K. It is also very suitable for transporting because you can simply roll it and store it in a supplied carrying case. The other light that I use is this DS711, also from Falcon Eyes. I mainly use this to light the background. My favorite shotgun mic is Deity D3 Pro. It has an integrated battery that can be charged through USB-C. It also powers on together with the camera, so you don't have to turn it on separately. 3.5mm audio cable is also detachable, so if it breaks, you can just get a new one. Very nice upgrade over the Rode mics is that it has rotating gain adjustment. I'm not an expert on audio, but I think that it sounds really good, so I can recommend it overall. For compact cameras and action cameras, I use this Mirfak N2. This is very well made microphone, which comes with an anti-shock mount, foam windshield and a dead cat. It sounds very good in my opinion, and I actually like it more than Rode Video Micro at the moment because of the build quality and included foam windshield. Motorized slider is in my opinion a very useful equipment for filmmakers. Slider shots are generally more interesting than static shots, so they can increase production value of your videos. Manual sliders are a bit difficult to work with, so I much prefer motorized sliders. I use Moza Slipod and Slipod E. These are very smooth tube sliders controlled through an app. They have huge payload, so something like Panasonic S1H with 24-70 is not a problem at all. Carbon fiber Slipod saves a little bit of weight, but I think that Slipod E is just fine. So these were my favorite camera accessories for 2021 that can make your content creation a bit easier and more enjoyable. If you have any suggestions or you would like to share what are your favorite accessories, I will gladly read about that in the comments. I will be making a revised video about the best travel cameras very soon, and I will also make an updated video about charging all kinds of gear, so stay tuned for that. So that's it for this video, thank you for watching, I hope that you liked this video and that you found it to be useful. Stay tuned for more videos and maybe consider subscribing if you don't want to miss my future content. I appreciate your feedback in form of thumbs up or thumbs down. If you would like to ask anything or share your opinion, please do so in the comment section, and see you next time.